What up, you awesome sauce hackers? It's your boy, the humble hacker from Shottown Sharonan, and welcome to another video of the beginner bug bounty breakdown. And today we're working on our next lab for SQL injection for the union-based attacks. Again, to summarize, a union attack is the act of taking data from two tables and presenting it in one response. In this video, we're going to be breaking down the SQL injection union attack, finding a column with text. Now, without any further ado, let's get it. All right, so let's get this party started. Let's see what this lab's all about. It says SQL injection union attack, finding a column containing text. All right, so let's read this through. This lab contains a SQL injection vulnerability in the product category filter. All right, so we have our vulnerable parameter already known, which is this one. The results from the query are returned in the application's response. So you can use a union attack to retrieve data from the other tables. To construct an attack, you first need to determine the number of columns returned by the query. You can do this using a technique we learned in the previous lab, which was we really did order by in order to determine the total number of columns, which I believe was 4. Then we used union select in order to determine, to confirm those columns in an attempt to get data from them. The last time that we did it from the lab, we had a certain amount of items in a category. And the lab, upon successful completion of that SQL injection, we were able to get all of the items for that lab. So let's go over here and let's see what we're working with. All right, so make the database retrieve this string. All right, so we already have our lab set up. Let me refresh the screen here so we can have our burp filled up right there. Okay, I'm going to turn on the intercept, pick a random category. Okay, and then full screen. Jeez. All right, let's go to the repeater and let's get started. All right, so this is the vulnerable parameter, right? So what we're gonna do and how we normally trigger the the SQL injection alert and test for it. We have our identifier. We put in a single quote. See if we get an error, which we do. All right, so we're gonna first URL encode as you type, and I'm gonna show why I'm doing this here. What we're gonna do is go ahead and go space. Oops, not right there. Use stooge. So we're gonna go space union select null for one column, and then comment it out. Then we're gonna increase this until we get a 200 OK. So we're going to put this one in. We have our 500 error, put in one more. 500 error, put in one more. We get a 200 OK. All right, so this is saying that we're in a good spot to make the SQL injection work. So our next step is to take this string here and see where this pops up here. Now, to show you the difference between and why I said to have this URL encoded, I'm going to save this payload here. The reason is because if there's white space, it's not going to look this complete. So see how it just went black? So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this and get rid of that. And this is going to error out because this is not complete. And even if I hit backspace on here, it's only this request is only going to register this. It's not going to register that because this is not a complete a string here. So yeah, we get the error, the 500 error and as you see right here, it cut everything else off. And that's the reason why I'm emphasizing on that point, to make sure that when we use our SQL injection command, that we are making sure that we are URL encoded as we type. Otherwise, it's gonna rip everything that we put here already. So let's go ahead and take our payload here again, paste it there, space that out, confirm that we get our 200 again. All right. Now we're going to take this one, and I'm going to do this for a very important reason. So I'm going to put this string without the single quotes. Okay. And we're supposed to see which one is it's going to give us an okay. So I'm going to put the one here too. Get an error. Go to the 3. Get another error. All right. So what could be the problem here? Maybe we need to register as an actual string that's enclosed in single quotes. All right. So let's test that out. All right. We got our 1 error. Get rid of this. Whoops. Put it in 2. And now we get a 200 okay. So let's take that, copy the URL right there, turn our intercept off, and we successfully completed the lab. So essentially what we did, we verified the total number of columns. Now, and then we saw the difference between having it URL encoded as we typed versus not. And saw what happens if we did not have it URL encoded. We confirmed the number of columns, and then we saw the difference between using the string without the single quotes to see if we can trigger the alert versus with the single quote to see if we trigger the alert, just to cover our bases and make sure that we're as thorough as possible. So that's going to be the end of that lab there. Thank you very much for checking out the channels. Much appreciated. Please hit the like, share, and subscribe button to stay updated on all my future content and to help support the channel so I can keep making great content like this. I am Shad Ronan. You guys have yourself a great weekend. Take care. Peace.